This neighborhood has changed quite a bit, and but there are people who have been here for a really long time. We want to honor that. We want to honor the fact that people have really know the history of this neighborhood. I'm not sure when this neighborhood was built, but I think it was in the 40s, 30s, in the 30s, yes. And so it's been here, for 80 years or so. And I know my mom, their house, they've lived here since 1958. So we have a lot of history here. So what we're going to do is ask a few questions of all of the neighbors. So just to name everyone here, Brenda Stewart here sitting on the end. Please give her a hand for doing this. And this is her mom, Mrs. Stewart. And then this is Eloise Owsley. And then this here is my mom, Lois Taylor. So our first question is, what are some fond memories from the neighborhood for people who've lived here? And when I give you the mic, if you would say how long you've lived here, and then just tell me a fond memories from yesteryear. You want to start?
Okay, sorry. Well.
Don't be afraid of it.
Nice.
There you go.
I have a big mouth anyway, so I probably don't even need this. But I moved here in 1983 from Iowa. I lived with my cousin until I bought a house like 2 houses away from her. So I've been in my house for 22 years now. I think the first thing that I remember when I moved, well, I came out on vacation at first and had such a good time, went back and put in my 2 weeks notice and loaded up a U-Haul and came out here. But all the neighbors were very friendly. Everybody knew each other. Everybody helped each other out. What startled me was on New Year's Eve at midnight, people started shooting off their guns. I didn't know what was going on, so I called the police. And that's just a tradition in that neighborhood, I guess. But I have very fond memories of that time and now. It's changed so much over the years, but everybody got along. All the neighbors helped each other out. I remember everybody helping each other shovel out in that bad storm that we had in '83. Everybody was out shoveling, helping all the neighbors out. So that's one of my fondest memories.
Thank you. Okay, here you go, Mom. I'm gonna bring this around. There you go.
Yes, as accustomed I am to be public speaking, but we came, my husband and I, married in 1957, and we moved into this neighborhood in 1958. And we've lived there ever since, although he has passed on. But it's been a very good neighborhood. We had very good neighbors. I had my children in this neighborhood, raised them in the neighborhood, and sent them to school and everything. We never had any problems with schooling or with the children. And all of the people in the neighborhood are pretty much in the same situation that I was in myself. But I still live here, and I don't expect to move out until, I get called to a higher. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom. Miss Stewart.
Hello, everybody. Well, I've been here about 45 years, and when I moved in, just like they said, everybody was just almost like family, and we helped each other out. We shared our gardens, and when we had that big storm where you could barely get around, everybody did get together and dig out. Alley, the front, we all got together and helped each other to get out. And the neighbors are really friendly, and we just got along good. And one of the one of the best memories I have is that a lot of other places were getting burglarized and all that stuff. We never had any that I knew of. In all those years, we never had anybody to break in or anything like that. And my children grew up there. My son graduated from Manual and went on to college. My daughter graduated from Kennedy and went on to college. And my other son graduated from TJ, and the other daughter graduated from South. So we had a pretty wide range and a lot of people, we knew a lot of people, but right now I couldn't call many names because my memory is not what it used to be. But I love the neighborhood and I'm still here. And I intend to be here much longer. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Brenda, and I grew up in this. This is my mom. So I grew up in this area from elementary on. I got bused out to JFK to go to high school. I moved away for a little while, came back. Now I live a block and a half from my mother, so I'm still in the neighborhood. And it's changed a lot over the years, and it's like she said before, everybody knew everybody. Where I am now, I don't think I've had 2 conversations with my neighbor, and he's been there 4 years. He doesn't speak to me, doesn't help me. But, you know, everybody else that I know that's still here, they're still the same. And, you know, my fondest memories are growing up as a kid, where all the kids spent all summer together on Bicycle Hill, riding their bicycles, and everybody played together until the street lights came on, and everybody scattered to their own homes. So I've seen some good things go on, and it's kind of sad that a lot of the older people are passing away now, and their families aren't staying in their homes. So the neighborhood is changing a lot.
If I can share one memory, my fondest memory, and it has to do with what you said, is that we would always play as a whole block. We would do a game called block chase, which was like hide and seek, but everyone chased one person, and then you gradually got to where there was one person left. I'm sorry, you started with one person chasing everyone, then you eventually got to where everyone was chasing one person. But anyway, when we played that game, it was literally 20, 25 kids, like everybody played together. And again, we played into the night, and we used the whole block as the boundary. So it was very fun. And I just remember so many times, like you said, all summer, we would just be together all day playing. And it was great, outside without fear of we can't be outside alone. So it was really great. So our next question has to do with changes that have occurred in the neighborhood. Obviously, the neighborhood has changed over all of these years, as they will. So the next question is, how have you noticed, maybe 1 or 2 things you've noticed that has changed about the neighborhood?
Well, in the neighborhood, I've noticed probably within the last 10 years, there's been a lot of migration out to other areas. The families have gone to Green Valley, Highlands Ranch, whatever. And then we're getting more younger people in the neighborhood, and it's just not, it's not as friendly or helpful as it used to be. I do have good neighbors though, but I don't think the younger people take time to get to know their neighbors like we did when we were coming up. I will say that they take good care of their lawns, and they do have gardens. And our housing prices have gone up with the gentrification, so that's a good thing.
Thank you.
I can't think of anything new anything new that has happened other than, as Eloise said, of course, have different neighbors, newer neighbors, younger neighbors, but they are taking care of, moving in, and they don't seem to be having any problem being where they are. So we are happy about that. And then our neighborhood, our block is pretty much the same, almost the same as it's been through the years. In ways we have a little change in some of the people who have moved in, but we've got also still a couple of, I think, empty houses. No, Amber? I wasn't sure about those on the other side of the street. But all in all, as far as our still living where we're living, we are enjoying it. And we expect that it's going to be that way from now on.
All right. I've been told that we have about 5 more minutes, so we'll finish.
Well, I've seen changes too, but I've seen good changes. We haven't had any problem, and some of the younger people are doing, well, I'll say better things than we did, around the house, because we've gotten older and we can't do as much. But we took some, well, you may say we copied a little bit, because we did some landscaping, and that makes it beautiful. It does. And it also helps us that are on a fixed income with the water, because the water bill can really get high. This year we've been blessed. We had a lot of rain. But all in all, it's been nice. I have nice neighbors. There are only 3 black families on my block now, as it used to be all. So, but it's good.
Yeah, there have been some good changes. I've seen a lot of the properties that had pretty much run down being bought, and they're being pretty well upkept now. But I still think I think the newer people aren't as friendly, and I think the kids are missing out on the camaraderie that we used to have, and I think that's something that should change. I mean, kids are kids no matter what, and I think that's one of the big things that's different. And also I see people are friendly, but I still don't see a lot of help for the elderly people. I mean, there's still quite a few elderly people that I still see cutting grass and shoveling sidewalks, and I don't think any of them should have to do that especially if they have young neighbors. I mean, it doesn't take as much time to shovel part of your neighbor's walk as it does yours. So, I mean, other than that, it's still a good neighborhood. We've been pretty lucky.
Okay. And I think, yeah, you want to say one more thing? Sure.
One thing that I have noticed is in our neighborhood now, we do have
Go closer.
we do have snow angels, and they do, for the seniors, they do come
Stand it back.
and shovel the snow early in the morning and keep it for us, so that we don't have to worry about getting a ticket for that. So that's one of the really good things that I remember. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it's wonderful to think that this neighborhood, through all the changes, that there are things that kind of traditions that used to exist that don't now, that maybe can inform today. And then there are some things that are better, obviously, about today, that people are, housing prices are rising and people are doing nice landscaping, but yet maybe before there was more sense of community. So maybe that's something that something like this is obviously meant to build that. And so, as an appointed MC, I would encourage you to talk to people you don't know and to really get to know people, introduce yourself, tell them where you live, and let's try to create more community. That's the key, I think, to having great places and great environments. So thank you very much. And now I think we're going to have some music here coming up pretty quickly. Once again, we have a lot going on. We're going to have some events for the kids down the hill here. There's the playground, obviously. There's going to be food arriving. So everyone, please get up and move around and introduce yourselves to other people and have a great time. Thank you.
Thank you.